Oh, dearie me. I guess it's no longer a party. So it's real, it's real, it's real, it's gotten real, man. Let's just bring us in, man. So, Thomas Partey officially charged with rape by the Metropolitan Police Service. The Crown Prosecution Service has authorized the Metropolitan Police Service to charge a man after a file of evidence was submitted by detectives. The Met has issued a charge and requisition to Thomas Partey, 32, of Hertfordshire in connection with the following offences: 5 counts of rape, 1 count of sexual assault. Offences alleged to have taken place between 21 and 22. So, it's real. It's real. So this has always been hanging above your boy Partey. People have been singing songs about it. We've heard stories on the internet, and it's almost to the point where people will say, "Oh no, I'm not even going to call him by his name. I'm just going to say number 5. I'm just going to say no, number 5." And the first question, and I think this is the question that everyone is asking everyone, is: if Arsenal knew about this, how come they kept him on his books? If you knew a guy was involved in alleged, and that's what I'm going to get back to. It's a word that people don't like. See, in 2025, people hate that word alleged. But I'm sorry we have to use that word, and I explain why we have to use that word. But, see, the fact that you knew that this guy was an alleged rapist, why would you keep him on the books? So now people say, and people have said it even in my notifications, Arsenal knew, and they still kept this guy? Oh my gosh, Arsenal, you are morally repulsive. This is morally reprehensible. Here's my thing. And I may say stuff that people may not like, because I think I'm going to say stuff that the 2025 world will not like. Okay, before I say, let me say this right now. For Partey, look, I think what's interesting though, shout out to my boy Shesheri who made him the point. So remember, he was released by Arsenal like a few days ago, and even when that happened, I was like, oh, Kevin Partey, like, he's a really good player. He's been key, and Arsenal fans have even said that, when they've not had a Partey, they've truly missed him. So why would you allow such a key player to go? The dots connect. A few days later, this happens. Let's connect all the dots. 1 + 1 = 2. They knew this was going to drop. They were following the investigation. They knew what the detectives were going to come up with, and they were like, all right, let's get ready. Because what we don't want is for these things to drop and we still have them under our books. But that still doesn't sort of hide the fact that people now feel like, Arsenal, you knew all along, and only when these charges were now made, now you let them go. No. But are Arsenal in the wrong? I want to bring this up here. Remember the whole thing with Mendy? You see, in the previous world, the world before social media, the world before hashtags, the world before Twitter, the world before algorithm farming and the attention whoring. In that old world, it was this thing called innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, no, it was weird. And why did we have innocent until proven guilty? Because I think have you heard of like the Salem witch trials? So there were people who they just suspect, you're a witch. They just burn you. No due process, didn't go to courts, couldn't prove your case, all because people just believed or alleged you were a witch. They burnt you. They burnt you at the stake, and then they killed you. So that's what guys say. Well, that's not a civilized way to go. I think that no matter what happens, even if you truly believe someone is guilty, there should be due process. We should have a court of law where you present evidence and you present evidence. And everyone thought Mendy was guilty. Lo and behold, there was not enough irrefutable evidence to prove that he was guilty of those crimes. lost his career, lost his Man City career. Everything was lost. And what happens? Then people will say, okay, well, it didn't really happen. Things was cloned out of the world. This is the best that we have. There are people who have been found innocent in the courts of law that may have truly been guilty. There have been people who have been found guilty in the courts of law who have truly been innocent. Until we have like a Minority Report future sci-fi world, this is the best we have. A court of law bringing evidence, and a jury of your peers must find beyond a reasonable doubt you being guilty. It's the best we have. Until we find a better process, this is the best that we have. So to that I say, would it be wrong to say that Thomas Partey is innocent until proven guilty? Yes. In today's world, you can't say that. In today's world, Thomas Partey is guilty until officially proven guilty. In today's world. For me, I wasn't there. I don't know enough about the case. All I know is about just stuff that people have sent me, the ladies' accounts. But the reality is that some people, they would not like to hear this. They would not like to hear this. There are women out there who have been sexually abused. And those disgusting men have gotten away. And that is extremely sad. There are women out there, disgusting women out there, who have lied on men. And some have been found out. And for those disgusting, useless women, they've made it worse for the actual victims of sexual assault. The women that I think some of the worst women out there are the women who have lied. You make things hard. See, if every woman told the truth, then every single time this comes up, it's like, yo, guy, you better prove yourself, bro. Because every time that this comes up, it's been real and no one has ever lied. So you better prove. The first woman that had lied ruined everything. And then you now have more women that lie, because I'm sorry. We have to live in the real world. We don't live in this fake utopia world. We live in the real world. Men lie. Women lie. Kids lie. Numbers don't. So the fact of the matter is, Thomas Partey deserves his day in court. From what I've seen, I think he's guilty from the evidence that I've received. But I can't convict a guy because I think he's guilty. I can't convict a guy because of one side of evidence I've received. I've not heard his side of the story. All I've heard is her side, and from everything I've received, I'm like, oh yeah, he's guilty. But that's not how it works. How it works is, I've heard her side, let me hear his side, let me compare both evidence, let me see what corroborates, and then we can now make a decision. We don't live in a world where you just hear the one side of someone, and then you then convict. That's not logical. That's not how things work in a logical society. Now, in an illogical society of hashtags and Twitter and trending and everything, oh yeah, hashtag me too, guilty until proven fully guilty. Women are always right. Always believe women. All men are evil. All men are dogs, and all men are rapists. Yeah, in today's world. But for me, that's why I don't really go into Twitter and social media to do that stuff. So the reality here is, I don't know why people are now holding Arsenal to be these evil people. He's been charged. He's been charged. He's not been found guilty. He's been charged. Diddy was charged of being a Batman villain. Diddy was charged of sex trafficking, and he was cleared of both of those accounts. So I think people think that you can be charged, and then you can be found innocent of those charges, all because a charge doesn't equate into guilt. That's not how things work in this world. So again, as I said, just to reiterate, is from what I've received, I believe he's guilty. From what I've seen, from the evidence people have shown me, I think he's guilty. But he has to have his day in court. So in a civilized world, he's innocent until proven guilty. In a civilized world. But in today's world, in the world of Twitter, he's guilty. As he's guilty. He did it. Now, let him be officially guilty due to court. So let it now be official. But right now, yeah, he's guilty. Yeah, he's guilty. No, forget his side. He's guilty. So, I'm sorry. So, in my view, I'm not going to say that Arsenal. Oh, how could you? Because from Arsenal's point of view, is he's innocent until proven guilty. All because, and remember, he wasn't charged when he was playing for Arsenal. They were just piece of evidence. Oh, he could have done this, and they're like, okay, until he goes to a court of law. You can't hold Arsenal responsible when there is no real irrefutable evidence that he's 100% guilty, not 99% guilty, not 98% guilty, 100% guilty. Until he's 100% found guilty, then Arsenal can do away with him 100%, which is the issue with Mendy. So, but it's the world we live in. It's the world we live in here. So look, I mean, again, let's just see what happens. But just looking on the internet and just how people are reporting stuff and how people have already made, because I'm like, oh yeah, this is just like Benjamin Mendy. This is just like Benjamin Mendy. Oh yeah, this is just what guys were saying about that. He's a barman villain, he's a sex trafficker, and he runs a racketeering ring and is part of a Rico case. That's what everyone said. Lo and behold, we now saw what that happens. But this is the idiotic, stupid, reactionary world that we live in. Everyone wants a retweet. Everyone wants a like. Everyone wants an algorithm. Everyone wants that viral tweet or that viral post for everyone to pile onto. Negativity sells. Shock value sells. That's just the rise of the world. And I'm like, cool, do you? But that's not the world I grew up in. The world I grew up in, there's a thing called logic. There's a thing called trying to understand. And again, trust me, guys, my view is not a very popular view. My view of men lie, women lie. My view of innocent until proven guilty. My view of everyone deserves their day in court. My view of both sides need to provide evidence. My view on jury of your peers, find irrefutable evidence to find someone guilty. Only then can they be guilty. My view, that's not a popular view. In today's world is, if you are alleged, you're guilty. Simple as that. That, unfortunately, is the reality of the world. So we wait and we see what happens, and we'll see. But again, madness for your boy Partey. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.